Our first port of call on this cruise was Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. It was a lovely day, but I'll tell you, we learned a lot about being flexible and rolling with the punches because things didn't go exactly as planned, but you know what? It's fine. It was wonderful. We had a nice time in port. Check out what we did, what you might want to do if you visit Puerto Plata on a cruise or on a land trip. And then back on the ship, we had some fun and enjoyed Duel Reality, a really cool show. We've got some clips to share from that as well. I'm Bill from CruiseHabit.com, and from Scarlet Lady here, we're actually in the galley, noodle around. Look forward to showing off how we spend our day. Good morning. It is pre-coffee voice Billy. And today is actually kind of a special morning as we sail into Puerto Plata in Dominican Republic. What makes it special? I mean, every day on a cruise is special. But what makes this particularly special is that we're actually catching sail in because usually we're asleep for that, but I think our scheduled arrival is 10 o'clock today. We ordered room service in the app last night to be delivered this morning. The room service program on Virgin's called Ship Eats, and it's room service, but you can have food delivered other places on the ship as well. It's really great. There's a fantastic menu. I have an article all about it. I'll put in the links below, but for now, let's dig into this sleeve of food. So it comes in this cool thing, and you unbuckle there. Actually, I almost did it the wrong way again. In the past, I was like, okay, now I have to pull this out. No, that is an option. But if you turn it around, there's a zipper. And check this out. So we got some hot coffee, espresso, some fresh squeezed juice, and then these are the food containers, some eggs, vegan sausage, veggies. I think I got some pastries maybe? Oh yeah, like a guava pastelito and I don't remember what else, but I bet it's going to be good. Oh, it was a jalapeno cheddar thing. Pulling in now. That in front of us is Taino Bay. Well, behind us, you know what I mean. That is Taino Bay, which is the new port facility here in Puerto Plata. It's a beautiful facility to walk through. I'm sure we'll see it in a couple. And it opened just a few months ago. We were one of the first ships here. Puerto Plata as a city has been here for a while, but this port wasn't used often by cruise ships, not in a long time. Though a wise seasoned sailor told me that many years ago, he said, in Puerto Plata there are only two things to do. He said there is a fort and a brothel. I assume that's the fort, but I don't know, you know, maybe it's the other one. We just got off the ship here in Puerto Plata, and unfortunately our plans got messed up. Excursion canceled. We were really excited to try out, as Virgin calls them, shore things. That's just their word for shore excursions. So we signed up for one that was a 2-hour excursion, sort of like a voluntourism thing with a women's charity.
It sounded really cool.
Yeah, it sounded neat. I like that it was short because we also wanted to do some stuff on our own, but it was canceled. I don't know why. I heard a couple others were canceled. So we're gonna walk now and explore the port area, and then I think we're gonna jump into a cat. Well, you'll see what we're doing in a second, actually. Yes. This is the entrance to the Taino Bay facility here in Puerto Plata. Again, kind of isolated cruise facility. There's shopping, there's dining, there's a little sort of beach area and some pools, but I just wanted to show you this is where, if you do have a shore thing that was not canceled with Virgin, this is where you would meet. Once you walk through the gift shop, everything starts or ends in a gift shop in life, right? That's when you get over here. This guy, I think he's trying to sell me something. Maybe not. Trying to find how to get out of the port facility. We thought this was it, but these are all buses. We figured it out. So if you follow the signs to the exit, you'll see where the buses are for excursions, and then you can get a cab over here. Now they do have fixed cab rates, but they're very high fixed cab rates. Initially they wanted 60 US for 2 people to go to the Teleferico and back. We got that down to 35, which is still really high, to be honest with you. But here we are. Headed to the Teleferico. Look at that. The red lights have a countdown. Oh, and the green lights do too. Looks like a weird place for a family barbecue, but the driver was showing us it's actually just a common kind of market where people grab lunch. We have arrived to the base of the Teleferico. This is the station. We'll pay to go up top. We just paid for our tickets. They do accept credit cards here, not a problem. They'll charge you in Dominican pesos, so don't be alarmed if you see the receipt says that it's thousands of dollars. Came out to, I think it was 1,160 Dominican pesos, which works out to about $20 US. We're waiting now to board the Teleferico to go through. If I recall, there's a couple steps. Way more people here than last time I was here. Really hope it's not going to take too long. We got plenty of time, but nobody likes to stand in line. While we're waiting though, let's talk about the cab ride. So it's only about a 5-minute cab ride here, which I knew. But as I mentioned, the taxis are a fixed price from the port, and they're not normal taxis. They're taxis that are specific to cruise tourists. So they really charge a lot more. Initially, they wanted 30 US per person. Now they will wait for you and bring you back, which is nice. So that's a round trip price, but that's still nuts for a 5-minute cab ride. After some friendly conversation,
haggling,
little haggling. If you speak any Spanish, that often helps price drop. We got it down to 35 US total round trip instead of 60. So much better. Still a little nutty, but that's okay. You know what? The clean, safe, new car. The driver, Jose Andres, not that Jose Andres. I think he's busy.
Different one.
He's downstairs waiting for us. So at least it makes it easy. Now we'll see how long this takes us. We were finally through that line. We were there for a long while. Last time we were here, we just walked right through. Later on in the video, I'll tell you about why maybe we had such a long wait, how you can avoid it, things like that. But glad to be outside. These are the cables that take the cable car, the Teleferico, up to the very top there. And in just a minute, we will load up. That's the top of the station. You can see the Christ Redeemer statue up there. We are down here. Going up. Where we've been. And where we're going. And we are here. Quite the journey to get here, but check this out. This is, and we're not even like in the park yet. This is still the entrance to the top Teleferico station. Beautiful beach down below.
Show the statue.
There's another view. We'll zoom in so you can see all the way down to the beach. Way down there. Gonna head on up further. So we're walking up here and Larissa sees this and she goes, wait, is that a church? And oh no, it's a gift shop. I said, yes, it's Our Lady the Souvenir.
Yep.
Once you get up to this main area, there are a bunch of people that work at the park or for different vendors here, and they want to take your picture and do some goofy pictures. It's very touristy, but it is cute. There's no charge, but you know, it's nice to tip him or something. Or we just had a guy do it, and he said, "Just let me walk you over to my shop." He didn't pressure us to buy anything, but we ended up getting a little something.
Yeah, I got a pair of
It was cute.
earrings.
There's a bunch of other places to walk around here because there's just all sorts of plant life, and they have information on signs showing you, talking about the history of the area, the different plants that are around here, and of course, the crazy views. I heard there's a cave or something. There were signs, but I wasn't really paying attention. So if we follow this path, there may be a cave or some other pretty areas. You can see the ship way down there. All right, well, whatever is down there is probably great, but that's a lot of steps because then it wraps around and plenty of pretty stuff closer by. Speaking of pretty stuff, it's Larissa.
Aw. No, that's you.
So this is one of the trails that we took just to explore this area. Again, there's so many little offshoots to go down and see a little cave, a traditional house, all sorts of things. You can, if you want to spend a lot of time here, you certainly can. It is a lot of steps, just keep that in mind. And this is, I guess, home to their first television station.
Yeah, it's a lot of steps, but some parts for the main part of it are accessible. There are ramps for wheelchairs.
Yeah, just for that main part. So if you want just the really high up views, you can do that. As mentioned, it's around 10 US a person to get up to the top. We experienced this time here a really long wait, but I don't know how typical that is because one, when we've been here in the past, we didn't wait at all.
We walked right on.
And that was before COVID. And two, what we noticed is almost no one came in behind us today.
Yeah,
so
we were like the last ones in a very long
We
line.
must just got here just terrible luck when a billion other people got here. Now that in mind, if we would have gone with the excursion with the line, I suspect we wouldn't have had to have waited. That was a 3.5 hour excursion that included lunch.
Yeah.
However, that was $60 a person. We paid $55 total to get for round trip cab fare and to come to the park.
We might save some time too because we weren't really interested in doing the lunch, but that didn't quite work out that way, unfortunately, this time. So live and learn.
This is a national park, and I think it's considered sort of a wildlife reserve and whatnot. It's heavily forested behind us, and on the way up, you'll see the views of all the trees and whatnot. The Teleferico station was built in the early 70s and opened to the public in 1975. Built by an Italian company that actually builds a lot of these cable car systems all over the world. Gonna start heading back, take the Teleferico back down because I'm hungry and our driver is waiting, but that's okay. I'm hungry, that's the important part. This is interesting. When I was looking at that dome behind us, I actually thought, oh, it kind of looks like an observatory. Well, it wasn't built for that purpose. It was actually built to house anti-aircraft stuff. That's pretty crazy. So in Puerto Plata, you'll see there's a lot of motorcycles, and you'll see some of them have this, the driver has an orange vest, and that is a taxi actually, for up to 2 people. And we're back to Taino Bay. As we walk back, it's worth mentioning that there's some pictures and information about Taino Bay, about this property, in one of the live blogs from when we were here on Scarlet Lady, I think in December. In fact, I think we were like the 2nd or 3rd ship ever to visit this port facility. So I'll put a link in the comments, you can check that out, because there's a very nice pool and a bunch of restaurants. So while I don't love the manufactured ports, for what it is, it's actually one of the nicer ones. Back on board, it is a little overcast, but very tranquil. I think we're gonna get something to eat. right. Awesome. Thanks. Those poke bowls are fantastic, and I asked them to make it extra spicy. They did. That was good. Still a little hungry though. And I thought, well, let me get something a little healthier. I'm gonna grab a Caesar salad. I love the grab and go stuff here. What else? There's some wraps, charcuterie, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, so the blue one is vanilla?
The white one is vanilla, dark chocolate, and the...
So I'm sitting down, snacking on a sensible salad. And Larissa got ice cream.
It's green ice cream though.
Green, that's the flavor. Well, in fairness, I'll totally get ice cream right after this. Also, these plastic containers for the grab and go, they are reusable. In fact, all of the plastics are reusable. There are no single-use plastics anywhere on Scarlet Lady. So I realized I tried all of the flavors on different Scarlet Lady cruises, all the ice cream flavors, and they're all amazing, except for, I think, vanilla, maybe. Vanilla gets a bad rap. I like vanilla. After getting some food in my stomach, drinking a lot of water, and sitting in the pool for a little while, it's really relaxing. Really relaxing. And I'm not a big pool person. I also jumped in the hot tub for some time. Gonna head back to the stateroom and change, get ready for the evening. Should probably shower. I should have mentioned earlier that I did find out from the cab driver that we had that a likely reason that Teleferico was so busy when we went is because tomorrow is Labor Day in Dominican Republic. So a lot of the folks there were locals, or at least Dominicans, so they may have been on local trips. So hopefully if you enjoy the Teleferico, you won't have that kind of wait. If you watched our last video, you'll know exactly which elevators I'm in because it's red. However, I should watch our last video because I don't remember. Setting sail just after 6:30, leaving Puerto Plata. They just sounded the horn. I don't think it rained all day, but a little overcast, but kind of nice. Kept it cool. Quick tip for navigating Scarlet Lady. Sailor services, Pink Agave, and Razzle Dazzle are all on deck 5. But if you come from the forward elevators, you can't really figure out how to get there. Well, you have to go to the Z side, starboard side, Z side, all rooms Z. And if you do that and you walk, you will eventually get to a door. Now they labeled it. Before, the door didn't say anything, so you just had to know that it was okay to walk in this door.
Yeah, but this is smart.
And here we are. We don't have a reservation, but we're going to see if we can get a walk-up at Pink Agave. Modern, upscale Mexican. So we just got to Pink Agave, and Helena is here. She was here in December, and we got to hang out. She's back. She's going to be here in July when we're here in July. We're famous here. She's famous here.
Amazing.
Taking a look at the menu. Got a bunch of small plates and larger portions. I usually get several things here. They've got a cocktail menu. There's a separate tequila menu if you ask though, and there's a great tequila bar. We'll show it at the end. If I remember, we'll find out. This is that tequila menu I was mentioning. They kind of explain tequilas here. And then got a long list of them over here. Organized by type and age. Oh, and there's another one. I missed the mezcals. So an entire double-sided thing of mezcals. Mezcals are, we'll go with similar to tequila but smoky. Drinks and the first courses have arrived. This is a corn dish, esquites. It's almost makes me think of like a deconstructed street corn. Really good. This is squash and a few other vegetables. I forget what they call it. Something yucateca. Delicious. I opted for a tequila, whereas Larissa has a cocktail that has a cricket in it. It's, can you see it there? We'll get another view in a second. And now they brought Larissa extra crickets for her drink. Extra crickets. You know what? I'm gonna stick with my tequila. The most traditional thing that they have here is not traditional. The most Tex-Mex, the most familiar thing to many people is the guac, but it's handmade and excellent. How's food so far?
Delicious.
For the main course, I went for the Reano Vegano, so it's like a stuffed chili, but vegan. And what's awesome, I'm a big fan of spicy stuff, and I asked for some habaneros, and they gave me a whole thing of diced habaneros. In the past, I've put a story on Instagram showing this dessert, chocolate tacos, with the song Raindrops on Roses, Whiskers on Kittens, because, I mean, chocolate tacos, two of my favorite things. Larissa got that. I might steal some. I'm actually trying something. I don't think I've had this before, and it's tamal de chocolate, so like a chocolate tamale. This dish is vegan, the tamale, and it really is like prepared that way. I think it's probably even made with corn. What's interesting is it's not too sweet because of how it's prepared. So the fruit salsa that's on there like makes it. That's a well-constructed dish. Pink Agave is my favorite restaurant on the ship. It's decided. And in addition to the amazing food and wonderful people, there's also this tequila bar. In fact, all of the restaurants on have showy bartenders. All of the restaurants on Scarlet Lady, except for I think the Wake, have their own bar. And not just, your standard offering. I mean, here you saw the menu earlier, all those different types of tequila. So they've got a tequila bar here. There are a bunch more bottles behind me. So this is a great place to hang out too. Had to come check out the logo shop. There's actually two logo shops kind of next to each other. A lot of fun stuff here. Plenty of stuff you want to stock up for Scarlet Night, but I think we've already got that covered.
No, please, I didn't specify.
Make ship happen. Here's the other one. I think I might have to get one of these. I'm not like a big ship model collector. I have a lot of ship stuff, but these are cool. They're glass. This is a really nice bag for $35. Look at it's Virgin branded. You've got zippers here to collapse it down to a smaller size. It's kind of cool. I have too many bags. We just got a last-minute reservation in the app to Duel Reality here in the Red Room, so we're gonna go watch the show. We've seen this one before, but not in a while. We are walking into the Red Room. Reservations are recommended for this show. In fact, we're able to get a last-minute one tonight, but the ship isn't full, so keep that in mind. And you just do that in the app, or if you're in a Rockstar suite, you can ask your agent, and then you just tap your band as you walk in. The same band used for payment and for anything else, and they'll check in. The Red Room is a multi-purpose performance space, and right now it's kind of configured a little bit like a high school gym. We have the seating where we're at, and it's pretty much a mirror over there, and you've got the stage in the center and these bars. You'll see what those are for. If you come to other shows in the same exact space though, it can be completely different. All the seats can be collapsed in for like unnamed dance show party thing, or they might have them on one side and then there's a stage on the other side where it looks more like a traditional theater. It's really cool how dynamic this room is. Ready to watch the show?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're sitting in Sip, the champagne bar, drinking. What else do you drink in the champagne bar? Isla whiskeys.
Scotch, yeah.
We just watched Duel Reality. That's a show, I feel like out of all of the big shows on Virgin, that's the one that's got the most attention. We were invited to a preview back in September, I think, of last year. And we saw it then, and it was really cool. Now it's a new cast. They've obviously been doing it a longer time, and it felt a little more polished. We enjoyed it before, This was really fantastic.
It was, I think they kind of tightened up the storyline a little bit too, because that was something that there were times when the acrobatics were really cool, but it might also partially be that we already kind of know what it's about now, because I remember being a little lost.
Maybe.
So
I feel like
that.
Most people figured it out as they go along. And so that you understand, you can think of it sort of as a star-crossed lovers sort of thing, somewhat Romeo and Juliet, except the lovers don't die. At least during the show.
Spoiler.
So, spoiler, yeah, sorry. But you have it's interesting in that the audience is involved in the divisiveness that ends up being reconciled in the end. So you go in and you're given either a red band or a blue band and told to sit on a particular side of the venue. And then you have two sort of opposing teams or clans that are going at it through acrobatics and a lot of
Really impressive.
calling it stage combat really does not do it justice.
No.
Really cool stuff until, like I said, there is a reconciliation at the end. It is a popular event, so as I may have mentioned in another video, if you can, make sure you get a reservation. Check our do's and don'ts in our article, as well as the Virgin Voyages tips videos where we talk about how to make sure you get to see everything that you want on your cruise. So yeah, Duel Reality, it's definitely a must-see. Really talented folks on there across all the shows, but this was a fantastic demonstration of talent and some neat music to go along with it. So check that out. And of course, shameless plugs if you want to enjoy anything on Virgin Voyages or cruising, travel in general, do me a favor, check out our sponsors. Hopefully I remember to put a thing right here. Touring Plans Travel. They're not just our sponsors, they're our friends. They plan all of our travel. So, and in fact, if you want to do this, come hang out in July. We're going to be on board July 3rd and July 8th. Check out virginvoyagesgroupcruise.com. I just spent some time over at the Champagne Bar editing the video that you're watching now. And I'm heading back. Actually, I think I'm going to make one quick pit stop, but I want to show you guys the roundabout while no one's here. It's really cool. In fact, hang on. One cool feature of the roundabout that I haven't shown you guys yet is right up here. Watch me tilt the camera back and spill my drink on myself. So see the yellow lights? Usually they're red. I don't know why they're yellow here. The position of that yellow light changes in that fixture depending on the ship's direction of travel. So that light always points north. I bet it'll be red for Scarlet Night. We'll find out tomorrow. I realize there's one spot I haven't gone yet on the sailing, except for NSA, and that's the Manor, but it's a nightclub at night. It's about to be real loud, but I'll show you just a quick glimpse of what's going on in the Manor. All right, we'll see how much of that is at all distinguishable in the video later. But the Manor is, it's used for a lot of things during the day, but it is the nightclub and it is a happening place. Sometimes there's live music, sometimes there's a DJ, sometimes just recorded stuff, but it's always a good time. Something interesting compared to nightclubs on land, you know what, I'm talking, so we're gonna take some stairs. I need the exercise, is anywhere actually on Virgin Voyages, you can get bottle service for pretty cheap compared to nightclubs or bars on land. Bottle of Moet Chandon is about $100, I think. So I heard somebody say that a bottle of Hennessy is $130. Pretty reasonable if you're out with some friends and you want to sit down at a table. But did that quick tour of the nightclub, and that's it for me, guys. I have stuff to do. I appreciate everyone who followed along today. Day didn't go quite as we expected, but we had a nice time and enjoyed the port and the ship. Tomorrow and Tuesday, I'm actually working a day job. So it's going to be a little thin during the day. We'll share what we do in the morning, at lunch, if we take any breaks, and of course we'll be hanging out all evening on Scarlet Lady. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out in the comments. Make sure you click like, subscribe, and click the bell so you are alerted each time we go live. I appreciate it, and I look forward to talking ship with you again real soon.